Hi everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel, Dream of Crafts. My name is Deanna. In the video we're going to be doing today, we are going to be utilizing a Planters mixed nut can. This has been washed and emptied, and it is the 10.3 ounce size. You could use any can you want for this project. This one I thought was about the perfect size for what I needed. And so I'm going to start with what I did. So let me tell you, we're going to be using Prima's Vintage Floral Collection Pink Promises, part of that sheet. And this black here was, and you can see it's got glitter. There you go. Was from a pack of old Halloween paper I had, and I could not find the cover. This is what the back looked like, and I have no idea what brand it is. It didn't have any other markings on it, but that was from Halloween. I just thought it was perfect for the colors I wanted to go for today. We're going to be working with blacks, creams, kind of peaches, pinks. All right, so I took the can and I cut it in half. This one actually has a piece of extra circle glued to the bottom to seal the back shut. This one is just still the metal. I only need 1/2 for this project. So I'm going to set this one aside. And this is the one that's got the piece of cardboard. As you can see, it was from a Jello packaging. And I quite often will use my packaging from cereal boxes and stuff to create chipboard thicknesses. So I used Prima Heavy Gesso Black to cover the inside of this. And I love this stuff. This is the first time I used it, and I love it. It goes on so nice. So, and it's just it's Prima Heavy Gesso Black. 2 fluid ounce containers with this one, Art Basics. So I glued this on, I coated the inside. And what I've done is in my Cricut, I designed a clock. And I will show you how to do it without a Cricut, but this is what I came up with. So this is my back, the back piece, and this is my front. And I've just kind of prepped these with that same black gesso from Prima, just so I'd have a step on it. Now I have taken 4 cereal boxes, cut them down, and glued them together, and I have about an 1/8 inch thick base here for my things. I did that to both of these. The reason I did it without you is because I needed to get these prepped so I could do the decorating and assembly part with you. But that's all I did. I used 4 cereal boxes, or pieces of cereal box, big enough to cut out 4 of each, the front and the back of my clock. This piece will go on the front. This piece, of course, will go on the back. And we will have a nice little clock that will stand up on its own. It'll be able to stand right up. Okay? So like I said, I created this one with my Cricut. And then I will show you how to do it if you don't have a Cricut or another design type cutting thing. So I took the can and I drew a circle around it. All the way around, drew my circle. I then came in, because I want this to have a lip on the inside so you have something to glue to. I don't want that flush with that. I want a little bit of extra. So I just went around with my pencil and kind of eyeballed the same distance out all the way around on the inside. Now with the outside, I went a 1/2 inch. I just kind of made 1/2 inch marks. I put my ruler along there and I just made little dots going around. But I don't think I need a 1/2 inch. You can see that this is a lot bigger. So what I'm going to do is the same thing I did here. I'm going to just kind of eyeball it. And this is probably going to be, yeah, about 1/4 inch. So, and you can mark it at 1/4 of an inch if you want. I'm just going to kind of eyeball it because once you get this decorated, you're not going to notice it that much if your circle is not exact. If you have a Cricut and you want to design one of your own, my measurements for this are 4.5 wide, and the inside circle is 3.5. So you got a 4.5 outside and a 3.5 inside. Okay? So just draw about 1/4 of an inch all the way around. And if you can't eyeball it, find a circle, a dish or a bowl or something that is approximately that size and just draw your circle around that. Whatever's easiest for you. Kind of look around. I mean, I had to look around to find something to make the little feet part for you. So, there. So just kind of eyeball it. And then what I did is I kind of folded the paper, did a snip, folded it the other way, did a snip so I can get on the inside here. And then you can cut out your circle, okay, on the inside. I'm not going to cut this all the way out, but you can see that you can get to the inside that way without too much trouble. It gives you plenty of room, okay? So for the bell part, what I did is I took my roll here, and this I believe was 1.5 inches. Yeah, this was 1.5 inch circle. So if you have a circle punch that's 1.5 inches or any other item that's approximately that size, what I did is I sat this down, I drew a circle around the inside. Then I found my center point by going to 3/4 of an inch one way, 3/4 of an inch another way. So now I know my center. So you can just draw a line there. And what you would do is cut these in half, cut the circle out, cut it in half, and then just create 2 little posts here, just out of paper. You can just cut a strip. And you'll want to glue these all together. Just cut it the width you want. Okay, and then cut them. Doesn't matter how, you can raise it. And then just glue your half a circle to your other circle, okay? So we cut this out, cut it in half, and that would be half of our bell. If you want to go a little bigger, a little smaller with any of these measurements, you can. You can make this any size you want. You could use a Pringles can and make a tiny one. It does not have to be this exact size. I'm just giving you the idea of how to create the pattern. For the little feet, I looked around and I found the cap off of this bottle, and it's perfect. So draw your little circles. You're going to need 2 of these. Okay, you'll cut those out and you'll just glue them just so they touch into the inside of the clock base. So you just glue them in there just a little bit. Okay, and then for your other circle, when you cut this circle out, cut this, the main one out first. Create a pattern from that for your back circle, okay? So you would go in before you cut your center out. Or I guess you could do it after, but it'll be more stable in. And then just cut out your main circle with your feet that are attached. And then draw around that to create the back of your clock, okay? All right. And like I said, I created mine in my Cricut design space using just circles and squares. I stretched out my squares to rectangles, and those are my posts. All right. Let's get this stuff out of the way. So like I said, I pre-prepped these with the black gesso. I then used, because I wanted to bring in some color, this stuff is new to me. It's called Glitter Kiss, and this one is Copper Kiss, Light Copper Kiss. And it looks like when I tore the sticker off, I tore the number off. But I had never used this before. And it says to dampen your sponge. There's a little sponge in the top here. It says dampen your sponge, and then you dip it in. I wanted to get the backs of these drying so I could just move on, then I'll do the fronts with you. All right. So let's go ahead. I've pre-cut a strip of that paper, and I've painted some black on there because this will not go all the way around, and I'm not sure if I want to mess with another. Yeah, we'll cut another little piece, but yeah, we'll do that. It's going to get decorated and flowers and stuff on it, but we'll do it the right way, and we'll cut another piece of that black out of there. We'll just cut a little 1.5 inch square, basically. You don't need a full piece there. So, whoopsie. Let's just real quick together here. 1.5, I think is what that is. Let me remeasure it just to make sure. Yeah, 1.5. Okay. So 1.5. I'll just go like that. And then I'll just cut it with my scissors here. There we go. Just so we can cover that nicely. All right, and we will actually glue that on first. And I'm just going to use my art glitter glue. You can use glue or tape, hot glue if you want. The reason I don't like using hot glue on something like this is that if you can't get it smoothed out, it'll leave bumps in there. So let's just, and I'm going to cover that metal too, I think, there. Oopsie. Because the metal will show up. Really. I guess you could have went a little bit bigger than 1.5 inch. I think I'm going to be all right. Okay. Now let's get some glue going on this here. I just thought this was kind of a neat idea to repurpose something I already have and create something new with it. I have to look at the other day and thought, man, I'm going to just create a little clock. And you can buy them, the really nice ones. And I do have a Tim Holtz ones that, I think it's Tim Holtz. Yeah, Tim Holtz one I bought just not too long ago that I'm going to use here pretty soon, but I wanted to just see what I could do with this can. And I will get two of these out of there because I cut the can in half. You could use tuna fish can, I guess, all metal. What's going on there? So that might go on there, right? There we go. Okay. There. Now I am going to use my hot glue. Alright. To glue this onto my clock face, but first I'm going to take my gold and do just around the edges that are going to be visible. I mean my copper, I'm sorry. I'll show you how. And just a little bit of water here. Just going to gently dunk that in there. You don't want it sopping wet. And then I was actually using what was in the top here first to utilize that up. Like I said, I'm just, and what the water does from what I'm getting from it is it helps it spread out. So you don't end up with a great big thick blob, because it's got a nice consistency to it. And not very much of this is going to show on there. So. I did notice that it didn't seem to want to stick to some of the other things that I was trying to put it on. I tried it on some chipboard pieces. I even sanded them a little bit, and didn't seem to want to do that very much, but did pretty good on this gesso, but it's kind of flat, and so there we go. Get a bigger amount there. All right. Kind of sit that aside to dry, and let's go ahead and get this piece here while we're right here. Just gonna dip in there. As you can see, it's thick. It's pretty. I like it. I just happened to come across it. Got glue on there. And caught it on sale, and I thought, well, you know, this is the time to try it if you're going to try it. This is the front-facing piece. So this is why I pre-did some of the other, just so it wouldn't take so long. But I do like it. I'll have to try it on some more projects. Here we go. All right. Like I said, I glued those 4 pieces. I cut 4 of each of these cereal boxes and glued these together, and I do have it's about 1/8 of an inch thick chipboard here, so it turned out pretty nice. Let's go ahead and close that up. All right, here we go. Now I have pre-made some flowers. I usually have pre-made flowers around. I done these a while back. These here are Prima, but these ones I made using my Heartfelt Creations die, rose die, and the Heartfelt Creations flower press. So that's where those came from. And I made those a few weeks ago, and I just added a little bit of that stuff on them. So let's go ahead and see if we can glue this together. Seems to dry up pretty quick. If it gets on my fingers, it gets on my fingers. Not too worried about it. There we go. Press this down here. There's a difference between the lip of that and the height of that and this, so it's give me just a couple little wrinkles there, but like I said, it's going to get decorated, so I'm not too worried about it. I want to have my open part facing up, of course, and I'm going to try to center that, and to give me, it's going to be about 1/4 of an inch all the way around. So I'm going to put my hot glue on here, I believe, because if I put it on my can, it's going to dry pretty fast. I can put it on the paper and let it drip down too, I guess. But let's give that a try here and see. And maybe I will actually mark that with a pencil so that that looks about right. I'm just going to mark it with a pencil in a couple different spots, just so I know where to keep my glue on the inside of. And I can see a pencil line there, so I'm going to run some glue right along there. And hopefully when we spin this around, that glue will make contact with that metal. All right, here we go. I'm going to slide this over. That's the thing with hot glue and metal. It doesn't like it. It seizes up very quickly when it hits metal. I think I've got a good bond there. I'm going to tip this upside down and you know what I did? Look at that. Silly girl. And it doesn't matter. It's just that I just left this part way. All right, so I'm going to do the rest of that now then. I did that part way because I was didn't think I needed it all because it was going to be hidden. Then I go and glue that part down. Silly. Oh well. Oh well. All right. Okay. All right, so that glue should be set, I'm guessing. All right. So I'm going to do the same thing on this one. I'm just going to draw. Let me grab my other can and get myself lined up here, and then I have to watch when I do the front on there. I have to make sure that they're lined up with my feet here. But let's get a circle drawn around there so I know about where to put my glue. There we go. And it doesn't really matter. Yeah, we'll use that one as the front. Okay. It doesn't have to be exact. It's just where I want to keep my glue on the inside. Okay. So it's going to be visible. All right. So when I lay that in there, then I'm going to want to, before it dries, I'm going to want to stand it up and make sure that everything is kind of lined up together nicely, eyeballing it. Okay? All right, so let's go for it. We're going to just put a bead of glue down along here, like so. There we go. I'm going to bring this in. Okay, I'm not pressing down on it yet. I want this to look even here from the front and the back. It looks like it's standing pretty good. Okay, so let's go ahead and give that a press there. Flip it over. Give this a press. Okay, got some nice. I'm just peeling off the excess glue on the back there that I see. And I didn't hit that very good, did I? Might have to put another layer on the inside. We'll be putting some pearls and stuff down in here, so. Oh yeah, see, I didn't. Alright. That hit that metal, and it did exactly what I thought it would. So I'm going to run some glue in there. Press it. I want that to drip down on that paper. I'm going to take my thumb and scoop off some of that excess glue. But that's what happens when you have that metal. You're going to get that where that glue wants to seize up. Like I said, we're going to cover up some of these sections here, so we should be all right. Glue will get in there and hold that. Okay. All right. Okay. There. So we got a little clock face. Oops, I probably should put my paper in there first. I cut this, and this was under the 3-inch mark. I should have done this first. I'm going to have a heck of a time getting that in there. There we go. I wanted something that's lighter in the back there. So we're just going to glue that in with our art glitter glue. We'll have to bend it. I should have put this in first. All right. So I want this kind of up. I'm going to bend it, get it in there. There we go. Okay. I'm just lightly pressing it down on the bottom there. Okay. That lightens things up quite a bit. There we go. Now, I didn't know for sure if I wanted something on the inside for light. It's a little too tall, but I think I'm gonna, because it's so dark in there. You can see, I think if we add, and it'll cover up the scratches on that metal, because that's too. So I cut this down at 1.5 inches, but we're gonna shiver that down a little bit more. Let's see here. Yeah, probably another 1/16 of an inch. I believe I cut this at 1.5 inches. Yes, I did. So let's go just under 1.5 inches here. Up about that much, and see where that falls in there. Oh, still a little too tall. Shave it down a little bit more. And it's going to be up against this inside lip here, so it's not going to be visible. So let's go ahead and shave off just a little bit more. Let's do another 1/16 of an inch. There we go. Oh, that's 1/8 of an inch. I don't want to go 1/8 of an inch. Let's 16th. 16th and the 16th. Trying to bind up there on my side there. There we go. And we'll see. Do a 16th at a time, because it's easier to take off a little more than it is to add. And what we got here? Okay, that's perfect. And see how that's lifting up? It's because there's not enough, that glue is not hitting that good. Okay. I want to leave that on there because it's set in a good spots, but so I don't want to pull it up. Let's get this out of there. I'm going to put some art glitter glue down in here. Good amount. To hold this in here. Alright. Now we'll get this. I'm going to roll it up and then let it unroll into there. It's the easiest way to do it. This way. Okay. There, that lightens that whole thing up nice. That looks nice. Okay. When I put that pearls around there, that is going to grab that on both sides. So it's just that this glue did not get a chance to get on there. So let me see. Let's see if I can get some on that. Just down the edge there. Wasn't quite in far enough. I don't want to get burnt. Okay. There we go. Just set that like that. I have a lot of stuff on my desk here. As usual, when I'm working on a project, I have, there's probably, there's another 1.5 feet this way, another 1.5 feet this way, over on my left-hand side, that's just full of stuff for this project. And I will not use all of it, I'm sure. Okay. So let's go ahead and do the pearls. Now these are from Hobby Lobby. They were in their notions department where you buy the fabric and stuff and the ribbon. These were in there. And $1.99 at this time, and I've had this for a while. You get 8 yards. What I like about it is they're all together, ready to go. I don't have to glue them on individually. I'm going to start on the bottom. Now I didn't do the bells on the back part of this. I guess if you wanted to, you could. I just didn't. That's all there is to it. I just didn't. Let's start on the bottom here where it's less visible. Bring our glue over here a second. It's easier. And I'm going to do it on the front part and the back part there. Just going to start with a little bit. And then you will need something to kind of guide it in there with. Okay. All right. And I'm going to try to keep it right up in that corner, but I want to use just the littlest amount of glue that I can get away with. And I'm not going to cut this until I'm done because I don't know how much I need. And I'm trying to make it so you can see it too. Like I said, we're going to fill this up with all kinds of decorations and stuff. So we're going to doll it right up, decorate it. Lots of pretties. Okay, so right there. Okay, perfect. All right, let's do the back side now. Start at the bottom on the back side. My starting point has a little bit more, but it is under. Woohoo! That was a warm one. All right. That was a warm one. It's less visible underneath, so. And we will have glue strings. Like we always do. Okay. And this extra little bead of glue along there will actually help hold that against there too. My beads, my little 2-year-old granddaughter, it's one of the things that she is allowed to get into in my craft room ever since she could walk. She knew that this certain drawer was these pearly beads here, and she could get that drawer open. She knew exactly what drawer it was, and she would pull out all my rolls of pearls. And she would just carry them around, unroll them, and we'd roll. In fact, you can see there's a knot in there. We'd just roll them back up and put them back in the craft room when she was all done. But it was just something she was allowed to do, and every once in a while, she's 2 now, and she'll still go in there and pull one out. So, which is fine. I don't have a problem with it. She's such a good baby. But then my youngest son, who is the little teaser, and he's not young anymore. He's old enough to know better, and he would take them and he would roll them all up together purposely just to give me a hard time about getting them done, but they come undone really easy, so I didn't really care. He's just a funny kid. All right, so that's looking good. You can see, I mean, it's really not bad looking at all for being chipboard. I don't think, anyway. I don't know. You girls will have to let me know what you, girls and guys, have to let me know what you think of my little creation there. Okay, now I picked out a bird. And these are from, well, I don't know if I have the package anymore. They are from K&Company. It was a package of dimensional things, and it was from K&Company. And I've had it for a long time. And I cut this little clock face out of my Graphic 45 die, the clock one. And I thought I'd stick that bird through there. I thought that was kind of cute. So I think I'm going to do that, and I'm going to get them on there. All right. So I think I'm going to get the bird in there first. That'll be easiest to glue on there. And then I can use him to stabilize the clock to glue. All right, I'm going to remove this, get it out of my way. I'm actually going to use some hot glue because that I think will hold it on that clock good, and it's not going to be visible once I get this together here. All right. So I'm going to turn it over to see where my glue is. Press that in there. Oh, and I really didn't need that little piece there, but that's fine. We'll use it. And I think I want him up in this area here. So let's put some more hot glue down here. And we're going to glue him up like this, I think. Just like that. Yeah. Oops. Got glue dripping down here, but that's all right. There we go. A little bit of glue on the back there, but I think, let me see if I can get some of that off before it gets too dry. There we go. It's a little warm, but not too bad. We're going to get flowers on there. Okay. Okay, there we go. All right. We have a bunch of different products on here, but I tried to make them all so that they kind of went together. All right, I've got a couple other birds if we need them. I did want to, this is from Dollar Tree, and it's just the Spanish moss. And I thought it'd be cute. I'm going to try to do it inside this bag so I don't end up with a mess all over my desk. But I thought it'd be cute to try to get a little nest-like looking thing down in there. Spanish moss is strong stuff. There we go. And just still with a little bit of mess. Not bad. Okay. So I'm just going to kind of create this in a nesty looking circle here. Just like that, I think. And we'll lay that down in here like that little bird just kind of created a nest. So let's get a puddle of glue in there. Make sure it's in the bottom. I'm just going to get a puddle of glue going in there, just like that. And I'm going to hold it up just for a second, and then I'll bring it down so you can see it. But I want that, I don't want that to run off to the side. All right, there we go. Woohoo! I've got my fingers. All right. But that's good. That means it's going to be staying in there. Oh, that looks nice. I like that. Okay. I'll get the rest of this out of the way. A little bit sticking out. That just adds to the cuteness of it. All right. So now let's glue some flowers on here. We're just going to start putting stuff on and getting it arranged on here. I'm going to kind of have that angled up. I'm going to hold it a second. There we go. Ooh, I found these other little, now this had sticky on the back, but a lot of them weren't sticky no more. What I did with all my chipboard pieces is I got this little piece of sanding. It's almost like an emery board, only it's bigger. And I just went along the edges of stuff and kind of sanded it down to distress it a little bit. Whoa. But I like the idea of all these different little clocks here and there. So I think I want to sit that one inside somewhere. Can we get that up here? Let's set it aside a minute. We'll squeeze it in there. Then I have this little one too. And I did hit this with the distresser, but I didn't get it good enough, I don't think. There we go. What I tried to do is get some of that gold on there. I thought if I sanded it that it would want to stick to that, but it didn't want to stick to that. It wanted to just stick to me. So now maybe if I put gesso or something on that, that would work. So let's, oh yeah, let's get that one angled just like that. Okay, so I'm gonna put some hot glue there and get that. Is that how I had it? Angle just like that. I'm gonna let that hot glue set up on there. There we go. All right, it should stud up on there pretty good. All right, and I had some leaves here. These are all out of that same black paper that we used here. I had just made flowers and some leaves out of it before, so let me see here. I want this to look like, oh yeah, like that. Okay, I'm just going to add a tiny bit of glue back here. I like hot glue because it sets up so much faster than your other glues. Now the art glitter glue, that does do, I'm going to bring this curl up around here. That does do good too, but and I do want that to show. There we go. Is it going to work that way? Like that, I think. Yeah. I had these my little roses from Wish. I like to use these. I'll grab my nippers here. As a filler. And I've said it before, I cut the wire, but I leave some on because I found if I didn't, that they kind of fall apart. So that is why I leave a little bit of wire on there so that they hold together. I pulled some pinks, and I thought I had some peach ones, but I have like an orange and a tangerine, I think. No, orange and a gold. So did not have any peach colored ones. So we can throw a pink one in there. And they're, I don't know, they're probably about ½ inch around. They're just a nice size. There we go. For filler. Okay. And I do like my peach ones here. My glue strings. I think I want one of those. I don't want to cover my bird. Let's put that one there. These are Prima flowers here. They have beautiful flowers, of course. Of course they do. Okay. All right, let me stand this up here and see what we can get on the outside here. I like this other clock thing in there, but I'm not sure where. Can we slide it in there? Is that too much? How about down in here? All right. Yeah, maybe on the inside there. We'll just, okay. Let's go ahead and we'll drop this down on the inside there. Okay. Just open that corner there. There we go. And there's that hot glue in there. I'm not going to press on it. I'm going to let that glue set up so it's kind of lifted off there a little bit. Alrighty, let's get a flower down in there maybe. Let's see here. Let me try to get a flower down in there like so. Maybe a little white one. There we go. We want some dimension in there too. Again, let's work on the top some more. Let's go ahead and put our other leaf up here maybe. Got glue strings all over already. Do we want it there or do we want it under here? Yeah, let's do it back there, I guess. And we'll slide it. Ow! Put my finger in the wrong spot. That's, dang, it's going to leave a mark for sure. My goodness. That one did not feel good. Of course, none of them ever do, but that one's going to leave a blister. That was direct contact. The hazards of crafting, right? All right, let's go ahead and put a gray one on there. I wonder if a white one fit in the center there. And then let's do a, so by the time you get done decorating, the don't see much of the bells anyway, do you? But they're there. Whoa. I do want to get this other peach one on there. Someplace nice here. Right there. Yeah, let's put that one right there. I don't want to block the bird nest too much, but those are such beautiful flowers. I kind of want them to be more prominent in the design. Got that nice copper. I also have this lock and key that I thought might be pretty on here. Let's see, I have the two of these. Maybe we'll use those. I have my brads from, these are from Hobby Lobby. They're not the micro minis. They're just tiny, but they're not, they are not the micro minis. And these hands, clock hands, are also were from Hobby Lobby. I had some and then they just clearanced a bunch out just a couple weeks ago. So I picked up what they had there. Oh, I think let's go ahead. Do we want that over top of the bird? That'd be cute. Yeah, let's go ahead. I'm trying to hide the little feet there from it. Okay. Let's go ahead and put that on the bird there. There we go. It's texture, dimension, metal, with paper. Yeah, it's coming along. Not too bad for a little Planters nut cans, right? Is that what it was? Oh, yeah, Planters mixed nuts. Let's see, I've got this box of cues here too. I thought maybe ones in there. But maybe we'll just use a big silver one in here. Sticking somewhere in here. I did make a banner. I didn't know if that would look good, but I think I'm getting a little, I don't want to block the view of anything totally. So we'll just save that for another project. I tried to think of different things, so I just got them ready. And well, if we have them ready, we can use them if we want to. Let's, oh yeah, kind of like, I don't think we need more than one bird, so we're going to leave those. Got my pearls. Now I did have, this is a Prima Marketing product too, and it's like a necklace, I think. It's got the closure on it, and I didn't know if that might look pretty on there somewhere, but I'm thinking we're just going to save that for a different project. All right, let's just go ahead and start piling some flowers in here. We're just going to start adding them. Just keep adding them and adding them and adding them and adding them. They're here, they're ready. And then we'll go back and we'll add a little of that copper stuff to them to bring in that color. Okay. Some of these smaller ones for fill. I think the front is done pretty good. Oh, there's a curl. We could use that curl. Wire curl there. I do have that peach flower. Oh, you know what? Maybe. Let's cut this. Oop. That right in the center of that other rose there. There we go. Okay. That's a pretty black and white one. That's a pink on the back. We'll take some of those wires and maybe make some curls here. We'll have to see. Now, if you want these flowers from Wish, they're just the paper flowers, but it takes a good month for that stuff to arrive from there. It's not like I mean, it's got to come across, and it takes a while for sure. So if it's something you want to work on, but the prices aren't bad. And like I said, they work nice for flowers for fill, to fill up things, you know. So there we go. I don't think that's too bad. Let's go down the sides just a little bit further here with our other flowers. And I'm using a good amount of glue for this. Whoops. Nope. Oh yeah, see that was paper that was dried up on that one, and it just broke loose. So we'll glue this back in there. See, my bird nest too. Whoa, it's back there. All right, and it broke up a piece of my paper, so let's glue that back down. Fortunately, that's going to be covered with this here. All right. See that sticker stuff that they used down there just does not last. All right, so I've got that. Trying to get that to set there. Shouldn't take too awful long. I don't want to press on that because my other piece is there. And I had some of these little things in a package. I don't know if those would go on there good. All right, start getting on there. There you go. Dry up. Yeah, I don't think we're going to mess with those. There we go. I had this little white flower here that I just cut out of some ribbon. This is just, and I folded it 3 times like that, cut it off, and then I folded it in half, and then I just rough cut a flower out. And then I'm just going to kind of scrunch it here. Whoops, some of it's falling off here. There we go. Just kind of scrunch it up. I didn't know if I could use, if I wanted to use that in there or not. It's kind of, nope. But then I also had this piece of gauze, and I thought that would look nice curled up. But I don't know where to stick that either, so I had some black ribbon, pearl ribbon. I think we're good though. Let's do I want this one in there? Oh, let's go ahead and save that one off to the side here. Go on this side. Add another one of these bigger flowers. Just trying to get these to drop down the side a little bit. A little decoration there. There we go. We'll put in some more of the smaller pinks and whites to fill it in. Dang, I am just bound to burn myself today. Working on it really hard. Being successful. Being very successful at burning myself. Oops, sorry if my head's getting in the way. I apologize. Gently, 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 gently. Just, I think, a couple more pinks in here. So you could make, like I said, you can make this any size. Just pick whatever can you're going to use and change your measurements. And I think you could probably use a tuna fish can. You could just make sure they're all cleaned out good, no sharp edges. And Pringles cans, you just make all different sizes of these if you'd want. Just as soon as I seen that can, I was going to throw it away, and I looked at it and I thought, man, that looks like it might make a nice clock face. So that's how that all started. I'm going to take this, it's an oat skewer, and I'm just going to wrap some of these excess wires around there and peel it off. It's going to give me a little curly cue there. I'm going to put a dot of glue in there and stick that down in there, like so. Okay, this one's already curled up for me. And my husband is home. That's all right. A curly cue. That is Gerta. For those of you who don't know, Gerta is our German Shepherd. She is going to be, oh, I think, 6 in May. And she's 126 pounds. She's a big girl. But she is a very good dog. And she loves the grandkids. But she is a little protective. But that's her job. So she aw, he's so cute. He had to work today. So he walks, I left a note saying I was doing a video. He's telling her to shush. Okay. All right. Okay. Do we want to put that key in there? Sure. Boy, I like it. I think, I don't know. What do you think, girls? Boys? Guys? I think it looks kind of cute. Now you could decorate the back if you wanted, but I'm not going to. Kind of happy with it the way it is, and it's bumped up like that because of the dimensions that's coming off the back there like that. And I think we could probably put some bling in those little, this is just my embellishments from Hobby Lobby. These are from the jewelry department. And of course, with most things that you buy from Hobby Lobby, make sure it's on sale. Oh, where's my tweezers? Let me see if I can get this with my tweezers here. And I just always make sure everything's on sale. Either if I use my coupon or their jewelry stuff runs 50% off quite often. So, oh, that did me no good. That one's on the floor. Let's try again here. There we go. And we're just going to put a few in here and there. And I'm going to stick with just The pink is pretty, but it's pretty, oh, that one was pink. Got mixed up in there. Just the clear ones. And I have with these, if I didn't have the color I wanted, I have taken my Sharpie or any permanent marker and colored them to get the color I want. And that works with these too. So keep that in mind if you've got a color. And that's just these, any of the inexpensive little flat-backed gemstones. You can just take and color them with your Sharpie markers. And it does color them the color you want, and they still stay shiny. So, because we don't always have a whole batch of every color that we want. So, that's just an idea. Like I don't have any blacks in there, so I quite often will color some of these black. To use. So, all right. You staying? Do I have another one? One more there. And I think that's all of those. All right. Okay. So you can see the perfect. Perfect, perfect. Let's put a couple of these ones right up here. At least we forget those. Oh, I know why that one's doing that. Let's set that in there. Get some more out here. And that one's wiggling because it's on that. And I got two flowers down in here. Let me see if I can get a couple gems in there. Should be able to. There we go. Should be able to. Oh yeah. Let's get you down in there. All right. Got a glue string there. Okay. There we go. Let me know what you think. And if you do one, please include some pictures, send some pictures to me, and let me see what you came up with, and if it's a different size or not. But there you go. That's it for our project today, and I will use this again because I like it. I think it is just adorable, and I will definitely make more of these up for sure. All right. Well, I hope you liked my video. And if you did, thumbs up is always appreciated. And come join me some more for some different videos. I do other things other than crafts, so please consider joining my channel. And if you do join my channel, please hit that bell so you can be notified every time I put up a new video. I do at least 2 videos a week of different things. So until the next time, I hope you have a great day. Bye-bye.